So you guys have asked a couple questions. What was Kurt's personality like? Um, it's hard to articulate somebody's personality, but I'll do the closest I can. Um, so keep in mind his interviews that you see. That's like another side of Kurt that came out um, came out really intensely, and I didn't really know that side of him. Like he had a lot. I think he had a lot inside him that it's like in life where there's things you want to change in the world or things that if you only could, but you feel like you're semi helpless with like really being able to do anything. I think we all have that pinned up inside us, to an extent. I feel like a lot of stuff came out, when Kurt felt like he could do what he wanted to, and I find interviews to be really intense because a lot of times Kurt speaks in a way that I don't remember. He was always an optimistic, you know, always an optimistic, like thoughtful, thoughtful person. Um, we were both really into the same type of creativity, like you know, uh, unique shows, music, um, just kind of like what's going on in life, and really conversations were, having like big in-depth conversations with Kurt didn't happen. I always felt like it was there, you know. Um, but he was definitely, you know, you hear sometimes people are interviewed, like I was watching some interview on YouTube and this woman comes on and it's like, he was depressed, he was and I'm like, oh my god, shut the up, you know? People that like talk like that, it's just like, it's just wanna shut up, fuck you, you know. So he was friendly, he really was. He was a friendly person. Um, I think people that knew him back then would, that's what most people would say. Though if he drank a lot, um, he definitely would be a little bit more off the rails. Um, so there was that. But I wasn't really around him. Like, he actually bought alcohol for me a couple times, and he wasn't drinking. You know, I mean, we'd hang out, and I'd be drinking a cooler or something, and he wouldn't be drinking at all. Um, yeah. So also, I think that I always felt like he had kind of a addicting personality. I liked being around Kurt. Um, it was, you know, Kurt wasn't someone like when he whatever he talked about or whatever he'd say was interesting. I mean it was not just um, like I was saying, not just talking, about somebody or about things he hated or about, um, so yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. Also, somebody asked if I had any photos with Kurt. I do not. Now, I know that Tracy does have photos of us back then. Um, but she has so many photos. Um, I don't know if I'll ever see them. Hopefully, you know, talking to talking to Tracy about Nirvana is like talking to Chris about Nirvana. I keep it very little, you know. Um, when Montage of Heck came out, I I was responsible for getting them the Legends tape. You know, that's another story. Actually, I was working on a video. Um, I helped set up that show. My band was Machine. Um, but I helped them get in contact with Tracy. It was like nearly the end of everything they needed for that, uh, for putting the movie together. And the woman that called me to get the tape asked me if I knew how to get a hold of Tracy. So I contacted Tracy, and she decided she almost didn't do it. Like, I remember her saying, "I really hate doing long interviews." Da da da. And I felt like it was going to be a good film, so I told her, I'm like, hey, I think this is going to be, a good film about Kurt. So, but my thoughts on the film total, uh, I I like the beginning of it. Like some of the interviews with family is good, but there's part of a picture of Kurt that they paint that wasn't really the Kurt that I knew. Um, anyway, that's so. Um, but I do have some old pictures of the Melvins from back in like 1984 that Tracy took, and there's a couple pictures of me like literally standing right in front of the stage, and then Melvins are playing in like 1984 or 85, so super early. So anyway, I will upload that. Thanks again for listening. Yeah, if you guys have questions, I'll do my best to um, comment. Like I was saying, I have a friend that might interview me, and it'll kind of help bring out, I don't know, more memories. We'll see how that goes. He's pretty busy. Okay, thanks. I'm rambling.